Welcome back to another installment of The Flash. Now, our last installment, what we saw was Barry Allen has betrayed Wally West, and he has made the Twin Cities, Central and Keystone believe that Wally West, the Flash, is dead. Now, Wally is very suspicious of his mentor now and is going to search into this. Now, Jay Garrick, the original Flash, is also suspicious, so he recruited two of his oldest allies, Max Mercury and Johnny Quick. There's a lot of action, plot development in this issue, so if you guys are ready, let's dive into Flash number 77, The Return of Barry Allen, Part 3. Wally West sits on the couch with his Flash costume in the garbage, and he watches TV and sees that Barry Allen, his mentor, he has not just betrayed him, but he's betraying everyone else. We see Barry fighting off against Hal Jordan the Green Lantern. There's a huge fight going on, and everyone in the Twin Cities of Central and Keystone are shocked. They're wondering why the Flash is lashing out at the Green Lantern. Now, Wally believes that Barry is not right. He's been turned evil. Something's wrong with him. He would not betray him like this. But he also needs to search into this. Maybe this isn't Barry after all. Now, that's when he looks at his costume. He remembers the good times when Barry was just his mentor. He was Kid Flash, and it was great saving people. But now, for the first time since he was a kid, Wally West is not a hero anymore. Now we shift and we see these workers, and they're just talking, they're on their lunch break, and one of the workers say, "So, if the young Flash in the shiny suit is dead, like they said on the TV, then where's your guy Ralphie, the old Flash with the hats?" And one of the workers say, "I bet he's hiding out." The other worker says, "Ooh, he's scared of the evil Flash." And the other worker says, Hey, a little respect, punk. Jay Garrick might not be a hotshot kid, but he's been protecting folks like me since before you was born. We can count on him." Now, that's when the ledge that they're sitting on starts to shake. And one of the men say, "Yeah, then where is he when we need him, Ral?" And then they start to shake, their hat falls and say, "Hey, everything's shaking." They try to hold on, they say, "Hold on, don't lose your..." And one of the men fall, they say, "What the hell's going on down there? Are they blasting?" Worse. And they see it, the Flash, Barry Allen, shaking the ledge, trying to kill them. They say, "It's the Flash, and he's tearing us down from the ground up." Now all these men just start to fall. We see Jay Garrick, Johnny Quick, and Max Mercury. They run in, save these men, boom! And that's one of the men who is pretty much praising Jay Garrick says, "Told ya." Now we see Jay Garrick and Max Mercury and Johnny Quick run up to Barry Allen. And Jay says, "That's enough, Barry. I've seen this coming for weeks now. You're out of control. You might think you can run this city ragged, but I'm here to tell you, we're not gonna let that happen." Now, that's when Barry says, 3 against 1, huh? I don't recognize your friend the Whites, but I've heard you. You're Johnny Quick." Johnny tries to hit Barry, but Barry elbows him in the back of the head. You're a whack. Now, Barry then says, "You came out of retirement for this? To watch me run rings around you?" And Johnny Quick comes up to him and he says, "No, to keep you distracted," as Jay builds a whole wall of bricks. Now Barry phases through. He says, "From what? Some feeble attempt to box me in and capture me? How pathetic. You've forgotten who you're dealing with. No barricade can hold a man who can vibrate through solid matter. Your wall is useless." Now Barry runs through, but you see Jay Garrick, Max Mercury, they both hit him in the face. You're a wham. Now Jay says, "Not if it keeps you from seeing what's on the other side." Barry gets hit into the wall. Yeah, cash. Now that's when Barry starts to get up, and Jay says, "He's down. Let's move in. But take it easy on him. He's not in his right mind." Now Barry gets some of the sand, flings it at Johnny Quick. He says you, eat gravel, old man. Now Johnny Quick gets hit, and he starts to scream as he falls down. Now Jay says, "Johnny." He catches Johnny before he hits this one wall. Now Johnny Quick is injured. Barry says, "You want a piece of me? Then come get me." Now Max Mercury says, "How's John?" And Jay says, "Not good, Max." At super speed, that gravel tore into him like a buckshot. Now Max Mercury looks as Barry runs off. Then 10 to him. It's time Barry Allen met Max Mercury. Now we see Wally West. He's going through the alleyway that Barry Allen supposedly came back through. Now Wally's trying to search through clues, and he keeps walking, but he can't find the answer. But we see this man. He grabs a book that has a Flash symbol on it out of the garbage can. Now we shift, and we see Barry's fighting out against Max Mercury, and Barry says, "What? You're faster than Johnny?" And Max says, "I should hope so. He's a poser. Never listened to a damn thing I taught him." Now Barry keeps running after Max Mercury, and he says, "Well, you're still no match for me." Now Max Mercury says, "Down here? Probably not. So let's take this someplace where I can have the advantage. Into the high steel." Now they go into the high steel, and Barry looks around. Max Mercury is nowhere to be seen, and Barry says, "Where'd you go, you slippery old coots? If you think you can hide from me, you've..." Now Max Mercury comes behind him and kicks Barry in the head. "You're a thuck." Now Max says, "Obviously got the right idea. Alley-oop." And then they both look at each other on these steel ledges, and Max Mercury says, "What's the matter, Flash? Tough to move at light speed when you're walking the tightrope of an iron girder? Up here it's not velocity that counts, it's agility." You see Barry try to go after Max Mercury, try to shoot things at him. You're a tang, but Max dodges, and he swings around and kicks Barry in the face with his acrobatics. Now Barry falls to the ground. You got crack. Now Barry starts to run out. He says, "Not so fast, boys. You're about to be real sorry you stuck around. Got to hand it to you, Mercury. You're one hell of an acrobat." Now Barry grabs these people and throws them out into the air. And he says, "How are you at juggling?" Now Max says, "No." And he goes to catch him. He says, "Relax, I've got you." He catches all three of them. And Barry comes behind Max Mercury and says, "Nice catch, chump." Now he hits Max Mercury, yeah, bam. That's when Barry gets hit by this steel ledge by Jay Garrick, yeah, crack. And Barry falls to the ground. Now he has blood on his face, and Jay says, "Got your attention. Good. Damn it, that's two good men you've hurt today. And God knows what you've done to Wally. Too much of this is my fault. I've hoped that the Barry I knew was still inside you somewhere. I wanted to give you the benefit of the doubt, but you showed me I can't afford that luxury. One last chance, Barry. Don't make me hurt you." Now Barry then kicks Jay Garrick in the face and says, "You talk too much." Now we see Wally. He's back in the alleyway. He's looking around. The man who's reading the book that has the Flash symbol on the cover says, "Iris." Now Wally shouts, "You, give me that." And the man says, "No, it's mine." Now, a couple minutes later, Wally gives his man $20 and takes the book. Now Wally looks through the book and he says, "My God. Oh my God." Now we go back to Jay Garrick and Barry fighting. And Barry says, "You want to talk hurt? Oh man, I'm the one who got his heart carved out and handed to him." And that's when we see his helicopters. They're above the fight. They're looking. And they say, "Holy jeez, are you getting this?" In crystal clear focus, man. Move in. Now Barry punches Jay Garrick at light speed multiple times and says, "Barry Allen, hero of Central State was forgotten, replaced, and now everyone here is going to pay the price." Now Jay Garrick is bleeding, and Barry says, "I want to make headlines again, starting with this one." Now Wally keeps looking through the book, and we see Barry he runs around these helicopters multiple times, causes a tornado. The helicopters go into the tornado, and they start to lose focus. They're about to crash. Now Barry runs off, and he says to Jay Garrick, before he runs, "My work here is done. Come here, old man, or are you going to stick around and watch the fireworks?" Now we see Wally back in the alleyway. He finally figures it out. Now that's when we see Jay Garrick. He runs around these steel ledges. Yeah, boom! And he catches all these different men as they fall. But he goes up to the helicopter. And he grabs each man and he starts to run before the whole explosion goes off. Now Jay Garrick runs as fast as he can, but that's when we see the helicopter explosion, yeah, va-boom! And all these steel ledges go down. It's a huge explosion. Now, steel ledges fall to the ground. You're a cake. And that's when we see Jay Garrick's helmet. It falls. You're a thump. But Wally West arrives too late. He runs in, has Jay Garrick's helmet in his hand when he sees Max Mercury and Johnny Quick. They are beat. All three Flashes are beat. And Barry Allen is gone. It's time for Wally West to deal with his mentor alone. So guys, that was Flash number 77, The Return of Barry Allen, Part 3. And there's a reason this storyline is called one of the best Flash stories of all time. And this issue shows that, guys. This issue is just awesome. Seeing the fight between Jay Garrick, Max Mercury, Johnny Quick, and Barry Allen was just so dope, alright? Like, guys, Johnny Quick got messed up, but it's still cool to see him, the costume, and fighting back. But the Max Mercury and Barry Allen confrontation was the best part. Because seeing Max Mercury use, like, his acrobatic skills, out-trick Barry Allen was really cool. And the only reason Max got defeated was because like Barry threw like civilians at him. And even there, Max did a great job of saving all of them, but was just like a second late, and Barry hit him in the face and took him down. Now, that was still a great part, but then we get to a final fight, which was Jay Garrick and Barry Allen. And Jay's like, nah, I'm gonna take him down. And it was a great fight, guys. Seeing the helicopters come in, the stakes were high. The stakes were high throughout this entire issue. And seeing Barry just pummel Jay Garrick at like multiple punches, like I felt so bad for Jay Garrick, but it still was a really cool, like the artwork really depicted these action sequences very well. Now, the end of the issue is the helicopter explodes, and Jay Garrick's helmet falls to the ground. Supposedly he's dead. It was just a shocking moment. And then we get to Wally, guys. Wally, throughout this issue, was just trying to find an answer. He finally found it. Now, we don't know what he found, but I'm pretty sure we found what is going on with Barry Allen. Is he Barry Allen, or is he somebody else? Or is he just an evil version? We don't know, but we'll find out next issue, guys. Next issue, issue number 78, that'll be releasing next Sunday, so that's gonna be a big issue, guys. Don't miss out on that next installment, alright? Because issue number 78, part 4 of this storyline, reveals what's going on with Barry Allen. Actually, like, that next issue gives all the answers you've been craving. So, you don't want to miss out on that. But still, the ending where you see Wally West, he shows up too late and has Jay Garrick's helmets. Like, that was just such a great image and a really shocking way to end the issue. It gets me excited to see Wally go up against Barry, alright? But, yeah, guys, overall, I'm going to give this issue number 77, a 9 out of 10. Because the artwork, the writing, and everything was just on point, guys. And that ending just gets you excited. Now, guys, you tell me your thoughts on this issue down below. What would you rate it from 1 to 10? And make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and the notification bell so you don't miss out on next week's video. Because, guys, next week's video is a huge one, alright? Issue number 78. I keep repeating this, but issue number 78 is a big issue in the entirety of the storyline and Mark Waid's Flash run. So, yeah, guys, stay tuned for that. But thanks for watching, guys, and peace out.